What does whole food plant-based mean? What does it mean? Whole food plant-based nutrition is a diet centered around unprocessed plant foods. Next. A whole plant food diet maximizes the intake of whole, unprocessed, and minimally processed plant foods. Whole food describes food in its natural form as nature made it, recognizable, identifiable. Plant-based means food that comes from whole plants is the premise. Whole, unprocessed plant foods are the main ingredient to which other things are added. It does not mean exclusive. The ingredients are from plants, from the ground, the way nature made it. Fruits, vegetables, intact, unrefined, minimally processed whole grains. Beans and legumes. Mushrooms. Nuts and seeds, small amounts, raw, not roasted, without added salt, without added oils, without added sugars. Spices and herbs. Whole and unprocessed, meaning nothing good was taken out and nothing bad was added in. For example, the active ingredient in broccoli is whole broccoli. Nothing good was taken out, like the fiber, the vitamins, the minerals, the phytoplant nutrients, and antioxidants that are found in the bran and germ layer of a whole grain. And you take the bran and germ layer with all the fiber, vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients and antioxidants, and you take those good things out, you're left with just the endosperm of the whole grain, where it is now just a white grain without the bran and germ layer. It is processed. Nothing bad was added in, like salt or oil, sugar, and preservatives and dyes. No artificial, synthetic, or food-like products are used. Synthetic or food-like products are like salt, oil, and sugar, preservatives, and dyes. So you eat a whole potato, not a potato chip where it has been fried and added with salt. So there is a spectrum of whole and unprocessed to processed to ultra-processed. You could start with an apple and slice it into apple slices and cook it and take the skin off and cook it and turn it into applesauce, and sometimes add some sugar to it and salt to it, and you could then process it further into a homemade apple nut bread where you're adding flour to it, where you're just reducing out all the constituents of the apple, kind of like the whole grain, where you're taking the fiber and just taking just the juice and water from the apple. And then you have packaged apple bars, like a cereal bar that has added salt, oil, and sugar and has very little apple. And apple roll-ups, which is dehydrated apple, oftentimes with added sugar and processed sugars and simple sugars. And then you have apple cinnamon crunch cereal, and then apple puff snacks. Whole and unprocessed apple to an apple puff snack, ultra processed. Be aware, some foods seem like whole foods, like an orange turned into orange juice, or an olive turned into the juice of the olive oil, but they are not whole foods. So eat carrots, not carrot cake. Eat apples, not apple juice. Just because you're eating plant-based does not mean you're eating whole food. Plant-based and whole food are not synonymous. They're not the same thing. The pictures up above are plant-based, and they are whole food as well. The pictures below are plant-based, but they are not whole foods. They are packaged, processed foods. Vegan means exclusion of animal products, what you don't eat. It's exclusive. A whole food plant-based diet is defined by what you do eat. It's inclusive, what you're including. Your diet is based around whole, minimally processed plant food. So vegan or plant-based is not synonymous with promotion of health and longevity. If it came from a plant, eat it. If it was made in a plant, don't, like a factory. If Mother Nature made it, eat it. If man made it, don't. So when it comes to eating the Beyond Burger or the Impossible Burger, it's plant-based, it's vegan. Well, how about neither? So added sugars, animal products, refined foods, added oils, synthetic chemicals, preservatives, they are all avoided in a whole plant food diet that is centered around fundamentally with the impetus to promote your health and your longevity. A whole food plant-based diet minimizes the intake of processed and animal-derived foods. Whole food plant-based can be convenient and enjoyable and satisfying and safe and effective. You could have a banana, an apple, a bunch of grapes, a handful of carrots, sliced cucumbers. You don't need to have foods that perhaps are enjoyable, but the satisfaction is short-lived and it's not safe and it's not effective. If you find you cannot do 100% whole plant food, then aim for 90% plant-based. If not 90%, then 80%. Strive for progress, not perfection. Any movement toward more whole plants and fewer animal products or processed foods, the better. Don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. First, you understand what is a whole food. Second, you begin to identify whole foods in meals. Third, you incorporate whole foods into your diet. You cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. So a whole food, plant-based diet is synonymous with an artery and a heart-healthy diet, a heart disease reversal diet, a brain-healthy diet, a stroke prevention diet, an anti-Alzheimer's disease diet, a skin-healthy and anti-skin cancer diet, a bone-healthy and anti-osteoporosis diet, a gut-healthy and anti-colon cancer diet, a cancer prevention diet, a diabetes prevention and reversal diet, an autoimmune diet, an immune-boosting diet, an anti-pain diet, an anti-arthritis diet, a back and spine healthy diet, a healthy hormone-promoting diet, a chronic disease reversal diet, an optimal weight loss diet, an ideal body weight diet, an anti-inflammatory diet, a detox diet, an optimal human and sports performance and recovery diet. A whole food plant-based diet is synonymous with a whole body, organ, and system-wide healthy diet. Next. A whole food plant-based diet is synonymous with an anti-aging, longevity, and health span promoting diet.